Hello, my dear student. Welcome to the first week of class in the fourth quarter of Bread and Pastry Production. I am teacher Naomi Francisco of Lucena de la Hican National High School. In Bread and Pastry Production NC2, in the first week of the fourth quarter, we'll be focusing on this most essential learning competency. Select, measure, and weigh ingredients. According to recipe requirements, enterprise practices, and customer practices.
In this episode, baking is all about cake. As you know, that baking is cooking food in an oven, in hot ashes, or in any oven-type appliances. Cake is the most baked products. Cakes is usually eaten during special occasions such as birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, and other celebrations. They are sweet, made of combination of liquid butters and with high fat and sugar contents. After baking, they are often decorated. They can be different in shapes, sizes, and decorate with a variety of toppings like fruits, candies, and frosting. Torts, on the other hand, are type of cake that use higher quality ingredients, which is generally makes them expensive. To get a standard product and efficient use of materials in baking, you need to know the procedures in measuring ingredients. After this episode, you should be able to identify the tools and utensils used in measuring ingredients. You also appreciate the importance of measuring ingredients accurately, and you will be able to perform measuring without any supervisions. To begin, please prepare your learning activity sheet to answer. For your learning task number 1, match the statement from column A to column B. You can use an arrow or a straight line to connect your answer. And you can pause this video or use the timer while answering. Now that you are done answering, let us look the answer. Number 1. A French word for cake. The answer is gâteau. Number 2. Fine white flour made from soft wheat. The answer is cake flour. A German word for various types of cakes, usually layer cakes. The answer is torts. Number 4. To pass the flour through the sieve to make it finer and lighter. The answer is sieve. Number 5. A type of cake made of whipping eggs and sugar for a foam, then folding in a flour. The answer is sponge cakes. let us go to the discussion about prepare and present gâteau, torts, and cakes.
What is gâteau? Gâteau is a French word for a cake. It is a very light sponge cake with rich icing or filling. On the other hand, torts from German is a round loop cake compared with tortilla. And what is a cake? Cake is a sweet baked bread-like food made with or without shortening and usually containing flour, sugar, eggs, baking powder or soda, and liquid flavoring. We all know that we have a different variety of cakes, and one of these is the sponge cake. Sponge cake is a type of cake made of whipping eggs and sugar to a foam, then folding in a flour. At this time, let me introduce you the cake ingredients, and you should know the definition of each. Flour, a powder obtained by grinding grain, typically wheat, and used to make bread, cakes, and pastry. Sugar, any of the class of soluble, crystalline, typically sweet-tasting carbohydrates found in living tissues and exemplified by glucose and sucrose. Baking soda is a sodium bicarbonate used in cooking, cleaning, or in toothpaste. Baking powder, it is a dry chemical leavening agent, a mixture of a carbonate and a weak acid. We also have butter, a solid fat at room temperature and used to make crumbly pastry and other food products. It is an example of shortening. Cream. It is a soft, rich cheese made from unskimmed milk and cream. Eggs are considered a complete protein, containing all the essential amino acids. Vanilla. It is used to flavor sweet foods or to impart a fragrant scent to cosmetic preparation. To measure those ingredients, you should know the uses of baking tools and utensils. We have liquid measuring cup. It is a transparent cup calibrated to indicate the amount of liquid. We also have the dry measuring cup, a set of marked cups used to measure dry ingredients such as flour and sugar. We also have measuring spoons. It is a set of spoons used to measure small amounts of ingredients. And we have the kitchen scale. It is an instrument used to measure the weight of the items or ingredients. We also need flour sifter. It is used in sifting dry ingredients such as flour and sugar. We need also mixing bowl. It is how these four ingredients for baking are mixed. And the spatula, an implement with a broad, flat, blunt blade used for mixing and spreading things, especially in cooking. And a knife. It is an instrument composed of a blade fixed into a handle, used for cutting. Procedures in measuring ingredients. Flour. Sift the flour to remove lumps and scoop to fill the measuring cup until it overflows. Do not shake the measuring cup but level up with a spatula. Baking powder or baking soda. Remove the lumps by stirring. Dip the measuring cup into the powder or scoop the powder, then level it up. Powdered milk. Remove the lumps by stirring. Scoop lightly to fill the measuring cup without shaking until it overflows. Use the spatula or the straight edge of the knife to level the measurement. White sugar. Sifting is not necessary unless it is lumpy. Fill the measuring cup or scoop the sugar until it overflows. Do not shake the measuring cup but level the sugar with a spatula or the edge of the knife. Liquid ingredients. A liquid measuring cup is used to measure massive quantities of liquids. Set the cup in a flat surface. Never lift the cup while pouring the liquid. Read the scale from the side of the cup. There are two ways in measuring solid fats or shortening. First, by using measuring cup. Fill the measuring cup with the shortening and press down until it is full. Level the fat with a spatula. Second, by using the scale.
Now that we are done in our discussion, it is your turn to watch the video demonstration of measuring ingredients.
To get the efficient use of materials in baking, you need to measure the ingredients accurately.
hope you acquired knowledge from watching video demonstration about measuring ingredients and you are ready to perform the task. But before that, let us get back your learning activity sheet to answer the learning task number 2.
For your learning task number 2, arrange the jumbled letters to form a word. Write your answer in the blank provided. You can pause this video or use the timer while answering. Now that you are done answering, let's look the answer. Number 1 is a powder obtained by grinding grain, typically wheat, and used to make bread, cakes, and pastry. The answer is flour. Number 2 is any of the class of soluble, crystalline, typically sweet-tasting carbohydrates found in living tissue and exemplified by glucose and sucrose. The answer is sugar. Number 3 is a dry chemical leavening agent, a mixture of carbonate or bicarbonate and a weak acid. The answer is baking powder. Number 4 is any fat that is solid at room temperature and used to make crumbly pastry and other food products. The answer is shortening. Number 5 is any wet ingredient such as oil, milk, and water used by the baker to process the formulation of the ingredients. The answer is liquid ingredients. In your learning task number 3, write true if the statement is correct. And if it is wrong, write the appropriate word to make it right. You can pause this video or use the timer while answering. Okay, let's see the answer. Number 1, need to press down in a cup when measuring solid fats or shortening. The answer is true. Number 2, sift the flour to remove lumps. Shake the cup, then level up with the edge of the knife. The statement is wrong, so we need to write do not shake. Number 3, no need to use a spatula or the edge of the knife to level up the measurement of the baking soda, baking powder, milk powder, and the flour. The statement is wrong, so we need to write need. Number 4, never lift the cup when pouring the liquid. The statement is correct. It's true. Number 5, for brown sugar, sifting is not necessary to undergo unless it is lumpy. The statement is wrong, so we need to write white instead of brown sugar. Did you get all the correct answer? Okay, that's a good job. In your learning task number 4, choose your answer in the box below to identify the baking tools and utensils. Write your answer beside the picture. You can pause this video or use the timer while answering. Let's see in your learning task number 4 if your answers are all correct. The answer in number 1 is a liquid measuring cup. Number 2, it's a mixing bowls. Number 3, kitchen scale. Number 4, flour sifter. And number 5, it is a measuring spoons. Did you get all the correct answer? If yes, that's very good. In your learning task number 5, you are going to visit a bakery or bake shop near your place that serves sponge and cakes. Ask the baker for what the basic ingredients are being used in baking. After you will know the ingredients, you are tasked to measure or weigh ingredients accurately, as you were shown in the teacher demonstration on measuring ingredients. Take a video and submit it. You have two options to submit. First, you are going to upload it in our classroom Google Drive or send it through group chat messenger. Second, if you do not have an internet connection at home, save it to your computer tablet and send it by your parents to your class advisor so that your advisor will share it to your subject teacher. You will be evaluated through the following rubric. 20 points can perform this skill without supervision and with initiative and adaptability to problem situations. 15 points can perform this skill satisfactorily without assistance or supervision. 10 points can perform this skill satisfactorily but requires some assistance or supervision. 5 points can perform parts of this skill satisfactorily but requires considerable assistance and supervision. For your reflection, communicate your personal assessment as indicated in the learner's assessment card. Personal assessment on learner's level of performance. Using the symbols below, choose one which best describes your experience in working on each given task. Draw it in the column for level of performance. Be guided by the description below. Star. I was able to perform the task without any difficulty. The task helped me in understanding the target content or lesson. Check mark. I was able to perform the task. It was quite challenging, but it still helped me in understanding the target content or lesson. Question mark. I was not able to do or perform the task. It was extremely difficult. I need additional enrichment activities to be able to do or perform this. The student output is from Nika O. Fernandez, Grade 11, TBL Perseverance, with a permission to pause by her guardian.
Hi everyone, I am Nika O. Fernandez from Grade 11 Perseverance, and I do believe that education is the key to success. So, despite of any challenges, I continue to educating myself. Good afternoon, sir. Will you please introduce yourself to us?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Joey Ormacedo, and currently I am hired as one of the cake decorator of Jamil's Bakery.
Why did you enter that kind of business or profession?
Actually, baking is not my profession. I am a student who took um, a profession with law, and I think, in fact, it is my hobby to bake cake, to create something that is new for me, and to discover such kind of pantry. So I can use this skill in many ways. Kasi as a Filipino, love na love talaga natin ang mga foods, di ba?
Ay, ano naman po yung mga specific na ingredients or yung mga essential ingredients mo kaya binabalik-balikan kayo ng customer?
As usual, basically, mayroon tayong flour, Meron tayong egg, pang-combine ng ating may mga dry ingredients, syempre hindi nawawala ang sugar, yung mga gagamitin mo sa taga-icing, yun, as a natural, yung mga ginagamit lang talaga sa pancake. And most especially, kapag magbe-bake ka kasi, para balik-balikan ka ng customer. Syempre, kailangan mo ng special something on your product. So, sinasamahan namin yun ng hard work at syempre, pagmamahal sa aming mga ginagawa. So, siguro, yun yung nagpapasarap lalo din sa aming specialty.
Pero may customer po ba kayo na nagreklamo na yung feedback ba sa inyo ay masama o tungkol doon sa product niyo?
Actually, yung mga bad comments, wala pa. Yung mga good comments, yun. Hindi talaga namin tinitipid sa ingredients. Oo, hindi namin tinitipid sa ingredients yung mga ginagawa namin cake. Siyempre, sila ay nasarapan. So, bakit mo titipirin kung yun yung ikakalugi mo? So, kailangan talaga ibigay mo yung best mo dun sa product para balik-balikan ka ng customers.
Ano naman po yung mapapayo nyo dun sa bago palang mag-business or nagdadalawang isip sila na mag-business ng mga ganyan?
I think you need to take a risk. You need to
Next episode, we will learn the correct proportion control, yields, weights, and sizes for profitability. That is all for today. Once again, I am Teacher Naomi saying, love what you are doing because the secret ingredient in baking is always love. Paliwanag, dalay direksyon, hatid ay tulong sa pangunawa sa leksyon. Tara na, makinig, manood, matuto sa pag-aaral, ganado, interesado at aktibo.